France and Germany have important industrial capacities. The industrial relationship between the two countries will be a favorable grounds for accelerating 5G deployment and adoption.
As part of the German government's gigabit strategy, the ministry is particularly committed to the further development of 5G campus networks.
We expect from your project, 5GILABB, the solution that will be developed. This project has to be a flagship project for all the industrial 5G ecosystem in France and Germany. We will also look at its ability to benefit for the whole 5G ecosystems.
Together with our partners from France, we would like to continue to play an active role in shaping global developments in communication technologies from Germany and Europe in the future, and if possible, also set new standards.
And I'm very glad to see today one of the first production sites which is becoming real, and I'm also glad that the SNCF is on the leading edge of this kind of program. Coming from for example, the traditional process line where there is no mobility, where you have to rearrange everything, it costs a lot. When you implement the 5G like in this factory, you gain by having only, for example, 5 or 6 antennas, which can be used not permanently. So you have example of energy saving. This is an important element of the 5G, of consequences of installing 5G, which a lot of French industrial are waiting for.
"5G for us it's very important because in the industrial environment you have a lot of perturbation, and we need to have everywhere in the building the connectivity. And the future for the industry, it's the opportunity to move material like the mover, like that. And it's very important to have the connectivity, perfect connectivity on the building.
And we have to operate in mechanical workshops. Wi-Fi is very difficult to perform in our workshops. So we need something else to be more efficient.
We are working on a plan to connect any Technicentre of SNCF within the same central infrastructure for 5G. And Bischheim is the third pilot within this project. Typically, today you have 2 pilots in Rennes, the Technicentre of maintenance of the Technicentre for the industry. And this first site in Bischheim will enable us to check the ability to mutualize this central infrastructure for any site. Typically, if you are precise enough to define correctly all the movement of the pieces within the Technicentre, you can optimize the overall cost of the full maintenance process. And this is only possible if you are able to follow precisely each equipment during the production.
Within this project, the consortium with our friend from Germany, Nokia, and the University of Lorraine, there is a case where we plan to develop this 5G network, so then our application will work better. But we also intend to do some use cases around the quality control, because 5G also allows us to have got a better power of calculation. So we want to use video and photos to control, to help the operator control himself if the task he has performed is correct or not. So use cases that are common to our consortium and specific use cases around quality control.
For the 5GILABB, we are very interested to bring, in fact, not only the 5G infrastructure in order to deliver all the new use cases that 5G can bring for such an industry like SNCF, but also we can bring the experience we have abroad, we have with other customers that can help, in fact, SNCF to understand what can 5G bring to their use cases. for Nokia, what it is very interesting also is to understand what 5G can bring to these industries. That would help also Nokia to understand this market, to understand the requirement, to understand also how to make our technology to evolve in order to deliver the right network for the right use cases, such as the ones that are going to be tested during this collaborative project with SNCF.
With the 5GILABB, we have the chance to have one single technology, so 5G, not only for communications here on the whole campus, but also with the capability to do positioning. So positioning of a lot of devices, like as we can see here, some mobile robots or even assets to boxes and so on. And we want to do a quite precise geolocalization. That means we want to achieve meter level accuracy and sometimes even higher accuracy than 1 meter within such kind of big hole like here. Well, of course, this technology is not only relevant for like here railway cases, but also for us other manufacturers, like manufacturers of cars, of planes, and even of smaller things around, coming down to really small product manufacturing.
We have developed our own positioning system of the robot, which is capable of positioning the robot with an accuracy of under 1 millimeter without any external infrastructure. So right now there is, for example, 5G infrastructure. If it's already there in, for example, a large size environment, we will use it because, I mean, it's there, we can use it. And the fusion of, for example, 5G localization technique and our special localization technique of the robot leads us to a very precise and very robust localization of a very large scale area, but with a really high accuracy of under 1 millimeter in positioning. And that's very special.
At Cran Laboratory at University of Lorraine, we have a long experience, long experimentation of application of LP1, of LAN and PAN for tracking, supervising, and to bring intelligence in every asset. So now we will bring this expertise, and now we will gain much more experience, and we'll prove that our concept and theories will be applicable and will gain in efficiency with the 5G implementation. With 5G, we can assure connectivity, access to every single point of communication everywhere in this Technicentre, with a very precise location, with large throughput, with very low latency, so we can operate, we can track, we can supervise conceptually, but we will prove it by implementation. We can supervise and act on every asset that is operating in this Technicentre.
First of all, I am very pleased to welcome our German and French partners and sponsors to launch the 5GILABB project at the Technicentre of Bischheim today. This project is for me a very important step that complements the transformation and modernization of our Technicentre. Having 5G connectivity to improve cellular coverage inside our buildings and to geolocate our assets, such as the mover and the rolling stock that you can see behind me, as well as all the parts, are all interfaced with our tools, MES from our Usine du Futur 4.0 program will enable us to monitor our production in real time. This solution will eventually give us a digital twin which will allow us to track, record, analyze and improve the entire production process. This will of course make our factory more flexible, agile, efficient and also greener.